remember my name. Decided once I'll never feel the same. I'm sure I'm gonna see your view. Land me and want to put myself on the ship. Not like the brother was yesterday. Living in face for my habit today, yeah. I'm sipping on heroin. I'm sipping on heroin. Can't even get a stick in it. I'm sipping on heroin. I'm the drug dealer. I'm the fuck up. I'm sipping on heroin, yeah. I'm sipping on heroin. I'm sipping on heroin. Can't even get a stick in it. I'm sipping on heroin. I'm the drug dealer. I'm the fuck up. I'm sipping on heroin, yeah.
Steve Leckie, who fronted the Viletones in the late 70s, was Toronto's most notorious punk. The band had a strong, devoted following and quickly became heroes of the local scene. But the drugs and booze that seemed to go along with the punk star status finally got to Steve Leckie. He became an alcoholic and for a while quit music altogether. About a year ago, Steve Leckie decided to change his ways. He sobered up, completely, and he says, for good. And he got the Viletones back together. This weekend, the group celebrated the release of their debut album at Larry's. Daniel Richler emceed the show.
So you ready? Here's Steve Leckie and the Viletones.
I spoke with Steve Leckie earlier in the evening. I asked him what it was that made him change his attitude.
Every time we played, riots would happen, kids would get hurt, I'd get hurt playing. The mutilation thing that that there's no way to justify, which I've done in my body, can never, be repaired. If I wanted to be a rock star, and I used to be ashamed to say I wanted to be a rock star, but I do want to be a rock star. So, I couldn't if the audience was going to kill me and if kids were going to get killed doing it.
Steve, what was it? Was there one particular night where you finally realized that you just had to change or you couldn't go on anymore?
Yeah, there was one night, and I didn't like what I saw, and I lost my total direction. And up until that night, there was a year when I wasn't doing anything musically. Lost my direction to the point where I thought I wanted to be a biker. What happened is I tried something I'd never tried before, and that is I asked God. And at the beginning, considering the lifestyle I had led and what my old stage name used to be, it would seem impossible to think that this could happen now. But when I did do it, I thought maybe, just maybe.
And
I never tried it.
And your old stage name was?
Well, Nazi Dog.
You don't even like to say it now.
No, because it's, you have a bit of a responsibility, even at this level. We're a popular group in Toronto, especially, that if I can, I'm not going to advocate Nazism and everything else.
Are you against it now?
Yeah, because I'm for like things American and that, The only thing I'm against is communism.
Steve Leckie says there was something else that made him see the light. This new music interview that I did with Little Steven just over a year ago. In it, Little Steven puts down drugs and booze.
So it's different now. It's not that showbiz stuff anymore. I mean, we don't go for that. That drugs or excessive drinking or 50 women backstage or all those showbiz superficial trappings, aren't really related to rock and roll anymore. As soon as you hear somebody who's like got to get high before they go on stage, they're dated. They're just that's one of them old time rockers. That think that they're somehow synonymous. But drugs and rock and roll are not synonymous.
He impressed me. He's like a power of example. It's just nice to know that there are people in music that aren't all that don't go to Switzerland to get their blood changed. You know what I'm saying? You know? I like to hear of it, and he's a good rocker, and I like guys that can just rock without having to drink. I never thought in a million years before I tried it, you know, over a year ago, that I'd ever be able to do it because I couldn't even practice sober. Now when I get up, my knees are like this, and I love it. You know, I couldn't get that kind of rush from speed or coke or certainly not booze or anything. And it's a wonderful thing, you know?
I've been in a strip joint. Oh my God! God knows she's like a wearing down. She love over out of here. God knows I'm gonna tell her now. This time I look up at the fire. I go down there. Oh, Suna, oh, Suna, oh, Suna, oh, yeah. I wanna marry your mother, as you don't turn me on. Say goodbye to your daddy, I'm running with your mother. I wanna marry your mother, baby, you know fun. We're flying down to Rio to spend some time in the sun. Some people say a love like ours is the sickest of the sick, the sickest of the sick. Your mommy really feels me, your daddy wants to kill me now. Ain't that chick, ain't that chick, cruising down the avenue, your mom and me, down next to. Tell me what you're meant to do, what you're meant to do. You know I love her through and through, that's no excuse, that's the truth. Do you say I do, God bless you. I wanna marry your mother, cause you don't turn me on. Say goodbye to your daddy, I'm running with your mom. I wanna marry your mother, cause baby you know fun. We're flying down to Rio, you spend your time in the sun. Airport, please. Twist! Lots of people talking when your mom and me go walking, but we don't care, we don't care. Tell your little brother, your mother's now my lover. The answer to my prayers, answer to my prayers. Flying down to Rio, we're sailing across the seal, never to return, never to return. We're taking all the money, we're going where it's sunny. Looks like you've been burned, 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 burned. I wanna marry your mother, cause you don't turn me on. Say goodbye to your daddy, I'm running with your mom. I wanna marry your mother, but baby you know fun. We're flying down to Rio, just spend some time in the sun. Hasta la vista.
Nice job, Mr. Naked. Quite a way to start off our show tonight. This is Stark Naked and the Fleshtones. Remember, as you watch, only one act will be chosen best in tonight's show. You can pick your favorite as we go. At the end of the program, you meet our judges and hear their comments. But there's a lot more great Ontario talent to come. Don't miss it.
Crazy fast cars. and clear, we're at the drive-in fast cars. Cruising down the highway with the stereo at 10. Smoking, drinking, nothing else to do. My baby at the wheel and the open road ahead. I think I'll do this next summer too. That's what I'll do. Drive it all around. My baby drives a fast car, the fastest car in town. Cruising down the highway with the stereo at 10. Smoking, drinking, nothing else to do. My baby at the wheel and the open road ahead. I think I'll do this next summer too.
First of all, we have to tell you where we are on this special edition of Backtracks. This is Zulu Records, obviously. It's on 4th Avenue, formerly the corner of Haight and Ashbury here in Kitsilano. And Zulu Records carries on the tradition of the true record store, where, in fact, you can find almost anything. This is Grant McDonough, who is the owner-operator, I might add, and a great guy who should be running for mayor of Kitsilano. And this is a compilation, next week, this is a compilation of independent tunes that were recorded here in Vancouver from 1977 through
1988, 48 songs, Vancouver's independent music scene.
We've been doing some thinking back on the whole punk movement, and noticed that Toronto had a very vibrant scene, and so did Vancouver, but Vancouver somehow thought about recording it in a video sense. That's why we asked you along.
Well, I think a lot of the fairly early Vancouver independent bands were fortunate enough to run across some creative art student, wannabe video directors many years ago. So a lot of them, luckily, were captured on video. A lot weren't, but there is quite a bit out there, actually. Fairly high-quality videos available for a lot of the songs that are on this album.
Now, how long did you work in collecting the master tapes, and were they tough to find for Last Call?
Yes, they were tough to find, and it took about a year, basically, to try to track down a lot of the tapes. I was pretty fortunate, though. I managed to contact a musician from just about every band. I did contact every band, but there was always like one musician who could lead me on to a good, to finding these tapes in someone's closet or somebody's studio, etc. So it went pretty well in the end, but I must admit it all went down to the wire. When it came to the final editing, just then tapes started appearing, like, I really need that tape, if you can help me, it's now or never, and they came about.
James Booth, back in Toronto, the producer, put together a list of videos of bands that we could possibly play in connection with Last Call. It's amazing, the list. I was very surprised. So let's start in chronological order with the Modernettes and the Psychedelic, or the Pointed Sticks.
Sure. Well, these are two of the earlier Vancouver videos. They're not necessarily like the first alternative punk-type bands from the city, but this is going back to about 1979, 1980. These two videos.
And what do we know about the Modernettes?
Well, they were definitely one of the top Vancouver sort of power pop bands of that era, so to speak. And they were just an excellent live band. And I must admit, I thought this was like the best local video for the time around 1980.
Can we give credit to anybody? Do you know who shot it?
Unfortunately, I don't remember his name.
It's tough to, yeah.
He's in Toronto now, I know that, but I don't.
And the Modernettes, what was the lineup?
It was Buck Cherry, otherwise known as John Armstrong, who now works for the Vancouver Sun, is a rock reviewer.
Yes.
I know, and so that's what he does. And